I'm
I hope
sure.
I
I
have the right
mean,
one.
is it
Why
really
wouldn't they?
Monday night if you're not listening to us talk about comics?
I thought you were going to say football. I did want to show these. I don't know if I've ever showed these before. Can you see that?
I can't read it, but I can see it.
It's my
Yeah.
last name. It's Gomer.
Oh, okay.
That is the Gomer family crest. These are, I think this is the 4th generation they've been passed down to me. I
Well,
only
that's pretty
drink
cool.
I only drink scotch out of them. But I actually only have 2 of them unboxed. I have them in boxes, like all put away real nice.
I feel like you got to have standards for heirloom glasses. In
for
terms of
sure.
what you shouldn't be like drinking your milk out of them or something.
Yeah. I have those put away with my Batman McDonald's glasses from the 80s when the Batman Returns.
You can pick up some real gems from these like fast food like glasses promotions.
Those are grails, dude. Anyway, we were going to do the best of show, but we're not. Because not everybody's here, and me and Taylor's best of, because we agree on everything, would be boring.
Yeah,
it would actually probably be great because we could get in depth a lot more with the time that we're allowing ourselves.
I don't know if we want to get
boring.
that in depth. Yeah,
it would be very satisfying for me.
We need some variety,
Yeah, that's what we really need, variety. And Dave dropped us in the last minute just because he had a friend in town. And I get it. It's the holidays. People are last minute planning and all kinds of bullshit. But he's going to be the most diverse of all of us because he reads so much small press shit. So I really want him on, to get his take for how 2021 went, because where the indies go, that's where the big 2 end up going, eventually. So that'll be cool. Anything happened to you yesterday worth mentioning? Anything cool?
Not especially, no.
Yeah, me neither. Let's do this thing. Let's see if I got it. I didn't do a special intro. This will give me time. This will give me time to do a best of intro. I can think of something.
Well, there is a silver lining for you.
Put on there. I have to think of something. It does. I have to think of something to put on there, like a one-liner from a movie. Maybe I'll find something from The Matrix. Or
well, you got a whole week to figure it out now.
I know. I got a whole week now to figure it out. Maybe we'll do it on Sunday and just skip the news and the regular review show.
I guess we can talk about
that. Greetings, Geek. It's going to be the end of the year. There's not going to be any big news. I actually do have one thing already. That Judgment Day thing is getting teased, but it's just another Marvel event. It's going to be X-Men, Avengers, and Eternals in a crossover event. But again, greetings, geeks. Welcome back. It's this Geek and Comics Shit Talk Show.
Shit Talk Show.
It's Gomer and Taylor just doing previews tonight. Just taking a look at all of the new books dropping this week. It's a pretty mediocre week. I kind of looked at them, just a little bit. But let me share out this screen here. And, how do I even do it? Oh, there it is. We're going to start at DC. DC drops everything a day early, so those will be out tonight. Let me actually go full board here. There it is. They actually dropped their shit tonight. This will be special. Action Comics. I'm not reading it. I only got room for one Superman book on my pulls.
Yeah, this is one that I haven't been picking up either. The premise seems interesting enough.
The War World shit.
Yeah,
he's like Conan kind of guy.
Yeah, Barbarian Superman or whatever. Gladiator Superman, I guess, better said. But whatever. Don't know enough to talk about it.
Yeah, Aquaman, Green Arrow. I did not jump on this. I didn't even grab the first issue.
I still don't really get the team up dynamic here.
Yeah, the combo here doesn't work.
Well, as I mentioned before, Green Arrow literally cannot use his signature weapon underwater.
Yeah, how are they going to do that? And Aquaman, there's no fish for him to help him. Anyway, Aquaman to be coming. Man, we're batting 1,000 here for shit we are not reading.
Well, I mean,
go ahead.
I was just saying, neither of us are big Aquaman readers, and the list from DC, like a lot of them came last week or the week before.
Yeah, they don't
all
have
the Tom Taylor shit.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of good books this week. This is the Gene Luen Yang Batman Superman book, which is quite good.
This was really, really good. Yeah. This was a lot of fun. It was a really neat premise. If you didn't check it out when it was coming out in issues, it might be worth looking at here. It was a lot of fun.
It may not be worth the hardcover.
Maybe not, but this is a story worth reading one way or another.
For sure. Yeah, 100%. DC versus Vampires again, just not my bag, baby. Not my bag. Nice Francesco Mattina cover. I really like that a lot. But yeah, not my thing. Not my thing.
That's something I'm going to pick up, but that is kind of a neat cover for sure.
Yeah. Deathstroke again, not a book I'm reading.
We're going to be saying that a lot this week.
I know, as with Detective Comics. These are all just the sub-tier sort of DC books that
this is like
waves, and
this is the Mets of the Batman books, right?
Yeah.
Like the Yankees are the team that's actually good, and then there's like the alternative team, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we go on with Detective Comics here.
Lee Bermejo doing a hot as hell Bruce Wayne. He looks very nice there. All beat up and shot up. Looks great.
I'm just glad we can't see your lower body right now, Gomer.
Yeah. The Flash.
Okay, here's finally something I am going to get.
Here's something we are keeping up with. This is like a Justice League Dark sort of tie-in. He's teaming up with the Justice League Dark. They're on Gem World. And it's interesting. It's
last issue.
It's not great, but it's interesting.
This is a solid B month in and month out. Like I've yet to read one where it's like, man, that knocked my socks off. But it's consistently fun. It's cute.
The interactive issue was dope.
That was pretty cool. That one was so dope that it got taken off the shelves before I could get there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the running for best issue, a single issue of the year for me. In the running.
Indeed.
It's not going to win.
Indeed.
But it's in the running.
But yeah, this is what a Flash book should be. You know, it's fun. Like I do like Wally's like dad joke energy that he brings to the table.
And it seems like the writer's just having a lot of fun with the book, with the character, you know? Yeah. Moving on. Another Flash cover. Not better cover there, I think. Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunters Omnibus number 2. Harley Quinn number 10. Again, more books I'm not reading, but there is a great Derek Chu cover here with the girls on the cover. Very nice little anime manga feel there. This is something Taylor is reading. Oh, he may not be there. Oh, great. This episode is just totally gone off the rails. I did read issue number 1 of this. It's got like this sort of spy thriller feel to it. Great art germ cover here. I mean, all of his stuff looks great. It always looks like the same person cosplaying, but I guess there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with doing what you do and doing it really well. Unfortunately, that's not us, at least not tonight. Moving on. Okay, there he is. He dropped off. Maybe I should hang out on the Human Target for a second. I think I got a fire going over here too. Smells funny. Anyway, yeah, Human Target's good. If Taylor comes back, I'll let him talk about that. Justice League number 70. Still Bendis, at the helm here, which is fine. He's almost off this book, which I'm happy about. But there's no telling who's going to pick it up after him. Hey, Taylor, you're back. You missed Human Target. I think that's the only book on your list.
We're already short-staffed. I feel bad for leaving there.
That's okay. Yeah, I carried it. as best I could.
I'm glad we can depend on you. But this is fun. I mean, it's got a cool noir vibe. Greg Smallwood artwork is a perfect fit for this type of book. I'm enjoying this. This is, I think, the type of thing where I don't know if I can wholeheartedly recommend it until I see the ending, because it does kind of have the whole, whodunit type of element too.
Yeah. I don't know if it's actually going to go in that direction, though. It does kind of.
Well, that's how it started. I mean, the whole premise is he's trying to figure out who tried to kill him.
I feel like it's going to lose that wind partway through, and it's going to take a turn, a little twist. But
we got
Tom King. That would.
We got 3/4 of the story to go, so I guess anything could happen.
Justice League number 70. Again, Bendis is almost off this. Thank goodness.
I thought for sure after that Justice League Dark Annual that I could stop picking this up.
Yeah,
because I thought they were going to wrap that up, but they did not, and that sucked.
Yeah, they're still going to be doing that. Justice League Dark backup continues, and Bendis will be off this soon. I'm anxious to see who's going to pick it up. Give it to Tom Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, so far Bendis has been spending most of his time like pimping out the other stuff he's been doing at DC. Like the first story arc was just like, hey, here's like Naomi's homeworld, and the second arc has been all this checkmate, Deathstroke Inc. crap. So
yeah, I'm just not into that like at all. I'm not into anything that he's been doing in this book. Again, I'm really anxious to see who takes over after him. Hopefully, it's Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor just signed exclusive with DC.
I would love that.
Book.
That would be ideal, I think.
Yeah.
He would do great work with that. But at least that Justice League Dark backup is pretty good.
Yeah.
It keeps me getting this mediocre book month in and month out.
Justice League is the premier book. It should at least be good enough to read.
Yeah.
This just isn't. It's not good enough to read. It's bad.
To be perfectly frank, if it wasn't for the backup, this would not make my cut.
Yeah. So yeah, anxious about that, but for all the wrong reasons. Robin, one of the most underrated books at DC right now. Williamson, I think it's the best book he's on right now, even though he's only an issue or two into Batman. His Batman is solid so far, but Robin is great. There's an issue in this run. It's only 9 issues in that is in the running for best single issue of the year for me. And it's just been a whole lot of big ass cool fun. Simone DeMeo gets a fun cover there. You should need to pick up that, man. You need to pick this up. Ooh, Francis Manipool. That's a weird look for him. He's got a different colorist working with him. Superman 78, again, we're going to say that a lot. Just not my thing. It's not my wheelhouse at all. I think we lost Taylor again. Superman Red and Blue finally gets collected.
Yeah,
Go ahead. No, you're in and out, dude. Your internet's terrible. John Ridley, who is one of my faves right now, and just a who's who of writers teaming up to do this anthology. It's probably going to read a lot better as
that is an odd look.
Oh, yeah. This has been a terrible, terrible show. Swamp Thing Green Hell, number 1 of 3. This is the one DC book this week I'm really looking forward to. Jeff Lemire writing with Doug Mahnke doing the art. I mean, it's Jeff Lemire, arguably the best in the business, even now. Last year, probably his best year that he's ever had. And he's just done some amazing work, some of my favorite work. Swamp Thing is a terrific character for him to sort of use as a canvas for his just melancholy, depressing sort of writing style. But usually when Lemire does hero stuff, there's this light at the end of the tunnel sort of thing. So really anxious to get my hands on this week. That's the one DC book that I'm for sure getting my hands on. Oh, hey, Taylor, you're back again. We were talking about Green Hell.
Yeah, it looks pretty rad.
Yeah, 3-issue mini. Christian Ward cover here looks great, but it's Jeff Lemire. I was just raving about how great Jeff Lemire is as a writer, and
this should be an interesting character-writer pairing for sure.
Oh yeah, perfect character for Jeff Lemire's style, his melancholy, sort of depressing style. Yeah, yeah. No, I thought it was a Metallica song. Moving on, Teen Titans Academy. No one's reading that. Task Force Z. I heard it was good, but no, I'm not reading it. I'm not picking it up.
I mean, Task Force Z seems like you know exactly what you're in for. So if that's your bag, I'm sure you'll like it.
Yeah, all they said was ripping off songs. Sure, it's just that's pop culture, dude. That's pop culture. I could actually see Jeff Lemire stealing that title, from the Misfits. So that's it, man. These last 2 books here are indie titles that also go through Lunar. So Green Hell is really my pick over there at DC this week. Nothing else really strikes me at all.
I'll pick up Flash.
Oh, sure. Yeah, Flash.
And there'll be another.
No, I know, Eli. I always troll with that Green Hell song. Anyway, Echolands. I mean, spoiler alert, this book is definitely going to be talked about in our best of the year. J.H. Williams is best art of the year. It's amazing. It's brilliant. It's so gorgeous. And that's saying a lot. There's been a lot of great art this year. But really nothing else from Image Comics. Ice Cream Man is a perennial favorite. Manifest Destiny, also a favorite. The big book from them this week is Stray Dogs, Dog Days, number 1 of 2. That's right, because you demanded it. A runaway series this year, definitely in the running for best series of the year. It's Don Bluth style art, wrapped around like a crime thriller, and it's so good. Silence of the Lambs meets All Dogs Go to Heaven. It's so good. So this is the sequel to that. Only 2 issues. Tony Fleeks and Trish Forstner. Trish Forstner's been one of my heroes this year. When Stray Dogs came out, she was an artist who was just doing stuff from IDW on My Little Pony. A favorite, but not really enough to pay the bills. Stray Dogs, by the time Stray Dogs number 3 hit the shelves and Stray Dogs number 1, second, maybe third printing came out, she announced that like she was quitting her job because she had so much recognition at that point. She could just do daily commissions and
good
pay
for
the
her.
bills.
I mean, that's awesome.
So great year for her. One of my heroes of this year, falling into it, finding that hit, finding that audience and just hitting. So good for her. Good for her. So yeah, not much else from the smaller stuff. The new book from Dark Horse is Apache Delivery Service. Matt Kent, Tyler Jenkins, as far as I know, not natives. I don't know what this book is about. 2 haunted men are on the hunt in jungles of Vietnam, searching for clues to a missing treasure trove of gold that was stolen from all over Asia by Japanese general during World War II. Yes, this is a Creep Show tribute cover. Yeah.
But yeah, that premise sounds all over the place, kind of.
It does, dude. It does. This is a good team, though. Matt Kent and Tyler Jenkins have worked together before with Hillary Jenkins, on finishing out the color art team. But yeah, I'm just not sure, dude. I'm not sure about this. I'm definitely going to read it. Dark Horse sends me the books anyway, so I'm definitely going to pick it up and we'll see what it's all about, dude. The title throws me off. Anyway, Daisy number 2. I didn't read number 1. I skipped it. I've been so busy. Another Hellboy book. May's book wraps up one of my favorite books of the year. No One Left to Fight. Sort of Hyperborea is sort of a take on The Devil Meets Conan. It's BPRD universe. So Mike Mignola-verse. Moving on. IDW ain't got shit. They got a G.I. Joe yearbook, which is just reprints. And they got a couple of Star Wars things. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you can fit their whole catalog here on half a page.
Yeah, single page. So moving on to Marvel. Beyond is continuing in Amazing Spider-Man number 83. Whatever.
Spider-Man has raised back to mediocrity, which it's definite improvement, but nothing special so far.
Exactly. It's gone up, but the up isn't way up. It's not way up. I mean, the art isn't even really striking to me right here. Fun design there, but
yeah,
Spider-Man. I like my Spider-Man big and bold, and Spider-Man just doesn't feel like Spider-Man anymore. Man, they need to fix it. Miles Morales is good, Apocalypse Now-ish, yeah, sure. What else? We got Daredevil collection from Charles Soule, not a bad run. The Death of Doctor Strange, almost wrapped with that series. Here's a big book for me of the week over at Marvel. Devil's Reign number 2.
That premiere issue was pretty damn good. I'm looking forward to them keeping that up here.
Oh, me too. Zdarsky doing his best stuff over here in terms of event comics. Marco Cicchetto might be the best work I've ever seen him do. There's a panel in issue number 1 of The Thing protecting his nephew and niece.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant. I mean, look at this, dude. I mean, this is some top-notch work. That is just gorgeous. I mean, there's a little bit of fuzz there because I'm so zoomed in, but look at the sequential work there. The action panels, just fantastic shit, dude. Marco Cicchetto, honestly, this might go down as his best work at Marvel. Look at that Spider-Man. That's beautiful shit.
Yeah,
dude.
This has been, even as someone who has not been reading the Daredevil run recently, I was able to jump in with that first issue and still have a blast. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah. Devil's Reign is definitely a rehash of Civil War, but the twist here is Civil War didn't really have a guy at the head who it did, Tony Stark. But you were you felt bad for Tony in a way. You know, he felt like he was doing the right thing. You could understand his point of view.
Yeah, in fact, so much so that I would say this really isn't much of a rehash of Civil War because it doesn't have that hero v hero dynamic.
Kingpin is villainous in this. He is
honestly
pissed off and he is wanting revenge. And
it's
I
more
love
reminiscent
that
to
angle
me.
to it.
It's more reminiscent to me of Dark Reign, but this so far is off to a much better start than that was.
Yeah, 100%. But yo, you're right. It is Devil's Reign is Civil War in the hood, basically. No variant covers here. Oh, nice variant cover here. In Hook Lee doing the new Daredevil, Elektra. Pretty nice cover there. Devil's Reign is a weird kind of event. You know, it's coming out a little bit quicker than a lot of the more recent events have. The tie-ins are like 3-issue series, like at most. There's not really that many of them. There's only like 4 or 5.
Well, I appreciate a more efficient, I guess let's call it, event, right? Where we trim the fat off of this thing, you know?
Yeah. In an industry that is still it's still driven by events. Beyond is an event.
Heroes Reborn
was an event. There's another book coming up in just a minute that is an event.
I mean, I don't begrudge them doing stuff that's going to sell more copies. You know, they're running a business. I get it. But this, I think, is like from a reader's perspective, a more preferable way for them to run an event where
they're giving us some diversity in how they present the events to us. And I think, I mean, they're all opt-in. You know, you don't have to get all the tie-ins. You don't even have to get the main series. But if you want to, they're giving you easy ins for how you're reading your stories, which is fun. I like that. Bounty Hunters, War of the Bounty Hunters appears to still be going on, at least in a variant.
Gomer, we are all going to die of old age before War of the Bounty Hunters is over.
I heard it's been pretty good, but
I'm sure it is, but there is a lot of it.
There is a lot of it. Big book over at Marvel again this week. Timeless #1.
Time to keep that Kang hype train rolling here and try to.
Yeah, and I mean that's certainly part of it, but I really think that Marvel on the comics end is going to do something with this finally. You know, they're really going to get into a universe encompassing thing. There was just an event announced, teased. Judgment Day, which is going to include the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Eternals. We got some Celestials here. I mean,
and I guess that's the Eternals angle then.
Well, there's no corner of the Marvel universe that together the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Eternals have not touched in a pretty big way. So, I mean, there's no telling where they're going to go, but I think Aaron is going to be the guy in charge. I think Aaron is going to be the head guy there.
That could be pretty cool.
Why he wouldn't. So I'm looking for like a time traveling multiversal.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the details start to spill out of that. But Jed MacKay though is pretty hit and miss for me.
Oh, he's definitely mostly miss. I'm sorry,
he was the one who did that mech strike Avenger thing, right? Where they never turned into fucking Voltron.
He never pulled it off. He blew his wad. He never gave us the money shot.
I mean, I try not to judge a book based off of what I wanted to be in it versus what it actually was, but come on. That's such low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. And then these Wastelander Star-Lord, which I'm not reading those either.
Yeah, it's whatever to me. I mean,
it's a little bit of a mixed bag from Marvel this week, honestly. You know, it's a mediocre.
Old Man Logan was a story I enjoyed that I am in no rush to return to the world of.
Dude, I loved Old Man Logan. I didn't even mind some of the Lemire Sorrentino run on that, but it was not great. And then when they brought him in regular, I was like, oh, this is dumb as hell. And then they just kept going and going, and it's not great. It's not great. A lot of $50 and $90 reprints of some shit over at Dynamite as usual. Vengeance of Vampirella is hitting issue number 25. It is only $4, so that's nice of them not to gouge you on the anniversary issue. So there you go. Boom Studios, likewise, not much here. They do have a new Dune book. They're really hitting with these Dune books. The Dune movie has really pushed them.
Yeah, I mean the brand is more in the forefront than it has been in a really long time here.
I mean, that's an $8 book, and that's going to sell. You know, that is definitely going to sell. Fireflies, you know, keep on going. Once in Future, probably the best book at Boom Studios that no one is fucking reading. It's an Arthurian legend, a modernized, updated, great characters, fun writing. More people should be reading.
That's a Kieran Gillen book, right?
Yeah, it's Kieran Gillen and what's his name on the art? Yeah, Dan Mora. They've worked together a lot, and Dan Mora hits it every fucking time on the art. Every time. It's amazing. Every damn time, dude. It's really big and epic, like an Arthurian legend should be. And it's good. Yeah, $8 for that damn Dune book, dude. That's milking the property, man. That's toyetic right there. That's being able to sell that product. Yeah, they're pushing that shit. And then Power Rangers. We do get a brand new Power Rangers miniseries, which is nice. Power Rangers Universe. Should be fun. It's a bunch of origin stories, I think.
Man, a few years ago, I woke up into a world where there was all this lore to the Power Rangers that I was just completely unaware of.
Yeah, it's wild, dude.
This came on when I was in kindergarten. It was just a bunch of bright, colorful, almost superheroes punching the shit out of Godzilla every week. But yeah apparently, like, I've just been completely unaware of how much there is in the Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's connected.
Mythos.
It's hardcore, dude. It's hard.
I'm not knocking that. I mean, I'm impressed. Like
I don't even try. There's no way I'm going to be able to get into that. There's no way. I got too much lore up here. I can barely get Lord of the Rings to stay in there. You know what I mean? All right, moving on. And then we got everything else. Not really much. It is the last month of the week. It is a big holiday. We've got Charlie Spot. It looks like an all ages. Oh no, that is the book about the homeless dude, right?
I do not know.
Yeah, Chaos. It's a turf war between rival groups, clowns and bears. Yeah, that's an all ages read.
All right, so I'm not so sure that is an all ages book. There you
go. Cross the Bear #3. Oh yeah, maybe it's not. Cross Badlands. Have more DF stuff. Just a whole lot. They do got the Great Gatsby. Adaptation or whatever the fuck it is. I heard it was all right. Hanging On by a Thread gets connected. That was actually pretty damn good. 18-year-old when she falls ill, a brilliant and funny art student. She burns the candle at both ends of joy. It's sort of like the slice of life, SJW shit. It's that dumb shit that everybody hates, but I can't get enough of. The stuff that makes the lists on the really, pretentious websites for their favorite books of the year. Night Janik. I don't even know. What if Zelda and Conan had a child? Yeah, that doesn't sound great, dude.
No.
Mega #1. More kaiju. Man, was this year not a year for kaiju? It really was. And it's continuing.
Yeah, we had like Godzilla versus Kong, and we had Ultra Mega. We had what's that thing David's always reading?
I don't remember.
Like Kid Kaiju or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Trials of Magneto had some fucking kaiju.
Yeah.
They were everywhere.
That Avengers mech thing we were just bitching about had kaiju. They were punching like fucking displacer beasts or whatever in that.
Yeah, man. Giant robots and shit. Yeah, that's it. It's a light week for the really small press. So, middle of the road week. I'm not really sure.
I'm looking forward to Devil's Reign quite a lot. That's like the top of my list, I'd say. I'll definitely pick up that Green Hell book, the Swamp Thing by Jeff Lemire.
Yeah.
And I always like Flash, but relatively light week this week.
Can I say one thing that really is glaring that
I thought no one's stopping you?
I thought you would have picked up on. How many X books are coming out this week?
Oh, fuck. You're right. I didn't even notice.
This is the first time since comics came back from the pandemic, at the very least, since comics came back from the pandemic. The first time since then, there hasn't been multiple X books in a single week. Most weeks, 3. Weeks, 3.
There was like that one week where we had it was just X-Men Legends, but at least that was X-Men something. Yeah.
Exactly. There's literally no monthly release.
Yeah, that slipped by me there. I guess with all these books wrapping up and they're waiting before Destiny of X starts launching in a couple of months, I guess we're kind of in a bit of a dry spell period for the X-Men.
We could have waited a week for Trial of Magneto. They could have waited a week.
They could have, yeah. I mean, there was a bunch of other X stuff last week. So.
Exactly. So why not space it out? You know, it really feels like this is the week. This is the week we'll go back and say.
And Trial of Magneto was like the book to like really set up for Destiny of X. Well, that or I guess an Inferno. We'll see what the hell happens there.
I think Inferno is going to do a lot more, but
probably.
I think Inferno's next week actually.
This stuff with the Scarlet Witch and like every death is on the table now. Every dead mutant is like has a way back in now. That seems like a big development, you know?
Oh no, for sure. There were some big developments there. I just don't like the way they went there. If they were going to do all that, they should have just came and said, no, Scarlet Witch did something and she made everybody believe she wasn't a mutant, but no, she's a mutant. Make it important. Make us actually give a shit in the context of it being Scarlet Witch. Otherwise, they could have done that with anyone.
My only thing with the book that really got to me is like you started off as like it's X Factor doing all this investigation, and like we're kind of seeing Scarlet Witch in limbo. That's all cool. Like I like that. I like those first 2 issues, but then like we just went off the rails to like all this fucking kaiju shit for 2 issues,
and it never went. It never got back on those rails. It always stayed off the rails. Even that last issue when it was talking about. I mean, Toad goes to prison. That came out of fucking nowhere. There was a Uru medallion that came out of nowhere.
Like this,
Magneto had this secret, meeting with fucking Scarlet Witch, and we're supposed to care. We're supposed to feel bad about it. Fuck you, Magneto. You're a prick. I didn't mind Toad at all. I like Toad.
This would have been better as a 3-issue mini than a 5-issue.
It would have been better.
They stretched this out too much
as like an alpha issue, and then or even just a backup. Only in the back of all of the other X-Men.
Or maybe, just give X Factor like 2 more books or something. Like 2 more issues,
at least. Awesome. Yeah, so a really light week. No X books. But yeah, there are some things. What was that DC book? I don't even remember what it was now. The one I was looking forward to?
Green Hell.
Oh, yeah, the Green Hell, Jeff Lemire. Yeah. So, yeah, there's one book over there. Echo Land's number 5. Stray Dogs, is going to be dope. So there are some books to get, but it is a really light week. And it's okay. I could use the light week. We'll talk about all those books possibly on the Sunday night show. But more likely, we are going to be doing our best of, which was supposed to be tonight because of cancellations with the co-hosts. Not really cancellations because, Adam's ass didn't show up either. But we kind of knew he wasn't going to be here, but I don't know.
One way or the other, we need to pull the trigger on it next week.
Yeah, we need to get all the guys together. All 4 of us are going to be here. I'm pretty sure David is down for Sunday. So, yeah, we're going to do our best of next week. So that means we probably won't do any reviews or news for next week, which is good because there probably won't be much. It's a holiday week. There probably won't be
I'll
much.
Go ahead and tell you the Devil's Reign was probably going to be my number 1. So, there you go.
Yeah. Or that Green Hell, that fucking Swamp Thing.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Well, there you go. Those 2 would definitely be in my top 3 somewhere.
Yeah. And there's nothing that stops us from mentioning those books, in our pre-show there. So either way, come back here next week, Sunday. We're going to be doing a kind of show. Hopefully it is going to be our best of 2021 with some great categories. Great. Man, this is a great year for watching TV. It really was. Even my movies, all my movies I watched. I didn't go to the theater once, So, yeah, we're going to talk about all that. Again, thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Come check out the Bullies. They had a great episode last night. They got deep into the Matrix. I could even tell. Leroy building up to it was like, man, we're going to just talk about the Matrix real brief. And I'm like, no, you're not. You and Eli going to dig deep into that shit for 45 minutes. They went like an hour 5 just on the fucking Matrix. So yeah, check them out. Check out everything we got going on at OutRakeGeekery.com. Big Willie got shit all week. We got stuff, like I said, all week. Again, thanks everybody for hanging out, but most of all, thanks to this single Joker for hanging out with this pair.
The one and only Joker.
We're gonna do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
Man, I don't know if you noticed I changed some of my shelves around.
I did not, in fact, notice.
I did. Got a little bit more room on my desk. Got a lot of stuff. Love off.